Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. My name is Bhuvan Agarwal and I hope you all are doing great. So today we are moving on with our next topic in this series of most important SQL commands and DBMS concepts for your interview preparation. So if you are a new viewer to this channel, I suggest you to kindly subscribe to our channel and consider pressing that bell icon for regular updates. So today we are going to talk about a very important statement in SQL, that is insert into statement in SQL. Okay, so this statement is used to insert data inside our tables or databases, right? So without inserting data you cannot process or do any kind of manipulation on the data, right? So it is one of the very important SQL commands. So having a complete understanding regarding how we insert data in SQL tables, this will give you a good kickstart. Okay, so we are going to talk on this, and I would like to just say that if you are not watching this series from the very first video, then you are lacking a lot of concepts. Okay, so if you want to lack concepts, then it's okay, but if you want to learn SQL in a true sense, then I would suggest you to kindly start this series from the very first video. Okay, then only you can gradually climb up the ladder of SQL. So let's get started. So what is insert into statement in SQL? So let us understand this. So this insert into statement is used to insert new records in a table. Okay, as I just said that this statement is used to insert new records in a table. Okay, so let us understand what is the syntax of it. So you just understand that there are possible two ways in which you can insert this record inside a table. Okay, so there are two particular way of writing this insert into statements. Okay, so there are two ways. So let us see the first way. So the first way is this, where you specify both the column names, means the attribute names, and the values to be inserted inside the table. Okay, so what is our first way? This is our first way. You need to specify both the column names and the values to be inserted. Like, what is the syntax? What is the query? Insert into table name, bracket open, within bracket you need to write all the column names separated by comma operators. Okay, so column 1 comma column 2 comma column 3, as many columns as you want, and then you need to give values. So values, again within parentheses you need to write value 1, value 2, value 3. Okay, so just make sure this value 1 is corresponding to this column 1, value 2 is for column 2, value 3 is for column 3, and so on. Okay, so you can write, suppose your table is having 10 columns, and if there is a requirement you need to insert only two values, means the data in the two columns only, so you can write only column 1 and column 2 and their corresponding values. Okay, that is also possible, but there are many more things to understand before doing that. We will know each and every single concept in future parts, don't worry, but this is one way in which you can insert records in a table. Okay, you can try it out. Now let us understand what is the second way of doing it, and that's more interesting. Okay, so the second way is, if you are adding values for all the columns of the table, suppose there is a requirement where you need to add a complete record, means the values will be containing in all the columns. Okay, so if there is any requirement like this, then you do not need to specify these column names in the SQL query. Yes, your query will get shorted, right? Means what will happen is, you just need to write this: insert into table name, values, value 1, value 2, value 3, and so on. Okay, but make sure, if you are using this query, you need to if there are 10 columns in your table, then you need to write 10 values, else it won't work correctly. And if it works, then it will just make that column where the value is not present as null. Okay, so just make sure of this. So you just need to understand that if you are adding values for all the columns, then you can just omit this column names in your SQL query. Okay, you can just ignore that and you can just write this shorted query. Okay, this is short query, right? Now just make sure you remember this thing, that is, you need to make sure that the order of the values must be in the same order as the columns in the table. Okay, means the value 1 should be corresponding to column 1 only, because suppose if the column 1 contains a string value and you are giving a integer data to it, then it won't work. Okay, so data type must also match. So you just need to make sure. So you just need to make sure the order of the values must be same as the order of your columns in the table. Okay, so if this is not followed, then you will get error. Okay, so that record will not be inserted inside your table. So you just need to make sure you know all the two ways. Okay, before moving on with inserting your data, you just make sure that these are two possible ways and this is your to be noted point. Okay, you need to follow this thing, means the order of the values must be same as your column order. Okay, then only it will work. So let us see one example so you will understand it more better.
Oh my god! Wow!
So suppose I am having a customer table like this and I need to insert one data. Okay, so I just need to make sure that I am inserting in all the columns. So I can omit this names, right? Column names we can omit from the SQL query. So I just wrote this: insert into customer table values 1004 comma, this is a string value, so I need to enclose it within single quotes, but in some versions of SQL you can even give double quotes. So just make sure comma Gujarat, again within single quotes. Okay, so this row will get inserted inside my customer table and a table will become this, and this is permanent. Okay, so this insert into the data which is written from this insert into table directly resides inside your table, means the customer table, permanently. Okay, so just make sure of this thing. So 1004 Krishna and Gujarat is inserted in a table. So this is how you need to insert data, and there are many more ways where in which you can insert. Like I've said, you need to give the column names. Suppose you just need to add a city name, suppose, then you can just add that. Okay, but there are some constants. I will talk about that in future videos, don't worry. So if you are really liking this series and if you are really getting some knowledge out of it, kindly subscribe to our channel and consider pressing that bell icon for regular updates, and please share this video with as many friends of you as you can, because if you will support me, I will definitely continue making such videos, and many more series is going to come. So stay tuned. Every day at 8 a.m. I am posting a video on SQL, so just follow that. Just make a reminder in your calendar, then you won't miss any videos. Okay, so that's it. Thank you very much.